Okay, this is Homer Cocktail. Watching the tail ends of TMZ Live right here. It's coming to an end. TMZ Live. I got the laptop fired up. This good old laptop right here. Loading stuff on. I'm loading obliteration. But that's not all. I got the old-fashioned tower right there. And I'm processing another video. So, working on all cylinders as much as I know how right now. Let's see here. I have a documents channel, Homer Cocktail 48, and got binders full of crap. This is the Claremont Courier from 1997, and I am in this thing. Went to Watsonville for a march. Strawberry workers. I contributed photos. There I am! That is me with long hair and no goatee. See? Pitzer college students. Eddie Corona is my name. In real life, it's not. Homer Cocktail on my birth certificate. I contributed some photographs to a local paper. And I thought I was kicking ass. When I was at that school. When I first started, they suggested neurobiology. Maybe you might want to go into neurobiology. And then one thing led to the other, and pretty soon I'm doing photography for ecology and labor issues. And eventually, this is pretty much when I started in the spring of '97 with the farm workers. You know, in January, I got awarded. I got this right here. January 10th. I got this Si Se Puede award. See that? That's a co-founder right there, Dolores Huerta. And I got that in January of '98, and they gave us some. Oh, never mind. It's almost over. It's a commercial. So I'm over here thinking I'm kicking ass, man, and I'm doing good as a pacifist, you know, peace advocate and everything. And I went to Venezuela in the autumn of '98, and I came back and I enrolled in one class that I enrolled in. I already talked about the history of laughter class, but another one was a environmental workshop. An environmental workshop. I played my guitar for them. That's the only class I ever played guitar for anyone. I played Cinderella's You Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone, and anyhow. And here's the book. Here's a book we studied from right here. See? This is the book right here. This is one of the books. Yeah, it's I make books like this now with the binding and everything, but this is, and basically this is a shitload of articles that the teacher made copies of, and we read the articles and then we discuss what's in these fucking things, man. And this has been 10 years later, and for some reason I'm just now getting around to talking to anybody about this stuff. For some reason, it seemed to be, this is totally hypothetical. Let's suppose I bring up the subject of eggs. Hey, what do you want to have for breakfast? How about eggs? Okay, right? And then someone's gonna say, oh, eggs. Eggs are shaped like grenades. You want to blow something up, huh? This is hypothetical, but I swear that's the way it felt for fucking ever since the autumn of '98 until recently. And that's in spite of these guys. The farm workers have a place called La Paz, and La Paz in Spanish means peace, the peace. And this is how I was freaking trained, and then all of a sudden I'm accused of being, some fucking weirdo. by the school, by the way. And then there's some paperwork I came across that I want to show you guys when I come across it again. So this is the book, and now we have this over here. Look at this pile of junk. This is a copy of pile of junk, except for it says art in America. It's not a pile of junk. That's art right there. It's an upside down trailer and a bunch of crap, and there's an article. And then we talk about transient monuments, right? And people that pile up milk cartons and, you know, do other kind of things. And, you know, sometimes they do it on site, and sometimes it winds up in a gallery. But this is an art class right here. In the summer before I took this class, I interviewed and wound up as a finalist for the Getty. Getty has a really incredible museum off the 405 freeway. You know, fucking rich people. And anyhow, I can go outside real quick because, let's see here, 6 minutes. I finally wanted to address some of this stuff because I felt, man, I finally fit in. I finally fit in. When I started going to pitzer, I didn't even so much as have a goatee, man. I didn't so much as have a goatee. And what you'll see down here is I have a crap load of these collared shirts, which I used to wear in junior high school. Okay? And I even have them hanging in the middle, you know, low near the ceiling fan, because, you know, they don't all fit right here. And I used to dress very conservative. I used to look very conservative. I didn't have long hair. I didn't have a goatee. But once I got to pitzer, I figured this is a good opportunity. I don't want to go into neuroscience. Maybe I want to go into the arts, right? And we didn't try to lose our house to foreclosure, but right before I started pitzer college, the house my dad built was foreclosed on, and we were lucky enough to keep this land. All right. And I was actually living in a fucking trailer for a little while. Didn't want to, didn't want that to happen, but I figured, wow, man, I'm ideal for this art class, that, you know, this environmental workshop, because I'm living what they're talking about. I'm living what they're goddamn talking about. And then, the very end of that semester, I got a letter from the dean of students, who's no longer there, saying, quote unquote, very vaguely, unusual behavior. You're suspended from school because of unusual behavior, you know? And here I am thinking, wow, man, I'm not white trash enough, man, for the people that you're showing in these fucking, you know, I'm living in a trailer, but maybe if I flipped this fucking trailer upside down, maybe I would fit in with you white trash losers, you know? And that's candidly how I felt, man. And it seemed like I was in this no man's land, because the people that I got hired by for the warehouse that I was working through college thought I was going way too far to the left, political left. You know, hey man, I don't know about Eddie, he's growing a goatee. My fucking supervisor, before he got fired, the first supervisor I had there, his name's Roy. I'm not gonna say his last name. When I very first started growing a goatee ever in my life, I was about 23 years old or something. We went to Spring Splash, you know, a truck run near, you know, in Havasu. And I went a few days without shaving. I'm like, hey man, I showed up to work. And the motherfucker, you know, he's born again Christian or whatever. He said, oh, slap that thing right off your face. And that's the kind of people I was around. And it took a while for me to feel comfortable playing guitar in public or anything, or to talk about anything artistic. And I thought I wasn't going far enough. And this motherfucking dean of students, he's a tall white man with blue eyes. This motherfucker figured, okay, we had you figured in this little box. Even though you're going to the school that teaches you how to get out of that box, we wanted you to stay there. So, is it coming on 10 minutes? Coming on 10 minutes. I'm not sure what we'll call this one. Box, I don't know. We'll call it something though. Homer cocktail, party on.